Filipe was born in a small town in Brazil. How would you like to learn about someone who tried to make it in the movie industry in Brazil, but the only way for him to succeed was to surround himself with the right mentality and the know-how? The Community's Mass Communications Department at Nora Community College presents New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now join our host, Jonathan, to meet the new directors.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guest you're about to meet is a student who, when on a camera, is behind the scene working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. The student will write and direct 4 different productions. The program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the production they've completed, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress through the semester. Our guest today is a person who used to be the chief of What?
Keep going.
I'm sorry, this is really stupid. What is this?
You gotta read it, man. It's your job.
I'm sorry. His main ambition is to make celluloid film survive along the rise of digital filmmaking, to tell stunning stories through cinematography, cutting, and directing. Now I'd like you to meet our guest today, Filipe Donati.
Hello there.
So Filipe, where has filmmaking taken you today?
Well, filmmaking has taken me very far from the place I was born and very far away from my family. The reason for that is because even though I try to grow in the environment that I was with my friends and the mentality of the filmmaking industry back where I'm from, it doesn't understand me and I do not understand it. So I decided to move here and I was only 17. At the age of 17, I started making some films. I was accepted into a film conservatory, and this is a place where I used to go surfing with my best friends. And I saw this place, and it was so cinematic, and I decided that I'd do everything I could to capture that in film. So I shot it with digital cameras, and I had a very wonky Super 16 Bolex. It's funny because it's so wonky, and when you shoot in handheld, it's amazing. I just liked the way it looked. So it was an amazing experience. I learned I really learned that you really got to master the basics before you're trying to go and do something crazy. And since then I can only see the way I see things it looks grainy and low saturated, the way film do real actual film. So what I try to do is I went to film school in Brazil for a year, and while I have made some great connections there, I shot some prototypes for series and for short films. I had a lot of fun doing it, and that was the time that I decided that I needed more experience, and the way to do it is just to get away from most of the responsibility, focus on directing. I really trust my crew, and the actors, I just gave them core lines, and I told them that, bring this out with the right energy, and let's work with it. So I rehearsed for a couple days, and I felt like we were ready to shoot. It was an amazing experience. But what really felt like one of the best things I did is this documentary about one man who was homeless, but he changed his life and decided to raise a family. It was amazing because I learned how to deal with sound, and sound can really back you up. It's amazing how you could save time and sound makes things feel real, and this is what I like about filmmaking. Honestly, it's a perspective of life is just a shadow on the wall, and editing, sound, cinematography can change everything you see and feel.
So, why did you decide to take the TV production course here at Norwalk?
Well, I decided because it's never enough. You always need to learn more and more, and filmmaking is it's almost like almost like pottery. You need to know how to work with your craft. The more you practice, the more you know, the better you know. So even though I went to a couple different schools, I wanted to start again because I felt like it was necessary.
What are some of the most useful things you've learned in the course?
Well, in this course specifically, which is really bright, is that it's the first semester is really focused on building diagrams, storyboards. You really get into the basics, and you learn how to be disciplined. And even though it looks like it could look silly, but professionals, they have to do it. They have to know this. And if you try to skip this part, you don't know. And something that you really need to have firmly under your belt is discipline and hard work. You need to know that. If you need to do that before you become a professional.
Please tell us about the projects you've done, including the talk, the fall foliage, the Orange Project, and student studies.
Yeah, so to start, I had the talk was really nice. We chose the right location. It was cool. We had a lot of cuts. Was kind of expediting shooting, speed shooting, because we had so many things to cover. And it's funny to see how the way it worked out. You really try to focus here on getting the right camera angles, and it's a fun experience. You have to do that all over and over again, and other movies that you shoot. So, and student studies, it was very simple. So, try to get the language of film done with action. That's what this project is all about. To show you that you don't need dialogue to show what's going on. Your actions will show what you will tell people what is the scene about. On the fall foliage foray was a lot of fun because I really try to get creative with it. Try to do some crazy stuff with this very simple camera that we use. You try to think outside the box with it. It's a very good exercise. If you can think outside the box, later on you get big cameras, you'll know what to do, and you'll know how to do best. Yeah. The Orange Project, I shot it, and I wrote it and shot it in maybe 2 hours and a half. I just brainstormed the idea, and then I just called my friend and say, all right, man, come over and let's shoot this. And it was fun because we were just having fun. This business has a fun part, the creative part, and the way you express yourself. So yeah, this is about a guy that just wanted to have an orgy with an orange and fruit. He's a fruit maniac. He loves fruits. He can get with humans. So I loved it though. I imagined it, and I see that in myself.
Okay. Well, tell us about your best project and what made it your best project.
All right. So my best project was definitely the Orange Project, because and only because I think I chose the right actor to do it, and the idea was so simple. All you have to do in this project is just to make the guy find an orange and lose the orange. And why not make it very explicit? So that's what I did. I think it's the best project because when I was looking into it and while editing, I was like, this is crazy. And well, sometimes you gotta get crazy. Sometimes you gotta get mad to absorb the most of filmmaking. Filmmaking is a lot of hard work, and when you do something you like or you have fun with, that's a gem. It's a very It's like an uncut. Yeah, it's a gem. I love that part. Okay.
Well, you mentioned a variety of things you learned during this course. Can you tell us about like the most interesting and important things you do and what you plan to do with it in the future?
Yeah, so with this course, you learn how to see you really have to, you learn how to break down your ideas. That's what, you see this, you see the film as an uncut gem, and you have to cut it, you have to polish it, and you have to make it nice. And the only way to do it is by having the right tools. Now that I have this fixed idea in my mind that I have to carry around my toolbox with all the information and the skills that I'm trying to master around, when I carry that with me, I'll be able to get way different gems and all over the place, and I'm pretty confident I'll be able to make good films and documentaries.
Today we got to meet someone who was born into cinematography in the cinematographic world of southern Brazil, traveled to the United States at the age of 17, and was accepted among the few in a film conservatory that changed his life. His dream is to make his life work as an echo of the deepest feeling and stories of him and the man he has gone through. There are things we wish to see in the real life and things we want to see only in films. I would like to thank our guest today, Filipe Donati, for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and stay classy.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Jonathan Bird, directed by Brian. I'm your announcer, Maddie. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.